the finance systems that the different school districts use. Is there anybody here at their first meeting today? Welcome, welcome, welcome. We are very glad that you're here. You probably already know other school districts that use the same software that you use, but everybody is here to help each other. We wouldn't survive without each other's help. I email other people and I get emails from people, usually once a week, asking different questions, and that's what we like to do, is provide that support for each other. Our meetings were very close together, as you well know, March 28th, and today's April the 4th because of facilities. We love to come here to Alhambra because they take such good care of us, and it's such a nice facility. In addition to which, breakfast and lunch are always terrific, so we have good food too. What we're going to do, the board will get together and plan out hopefully next month we need to get this done. This facility is so popular, it was booked for the rest of the year. That's why we're having our last meeting so early. So we'll get together and put a calendar together for next year and let Alhambra know so that we can get the dates for next year's meetings and the board meetings, which is where we put together the agenda. So if you go to the ASCUS website, you'll see a link to my email that says if you have agenda items that you want addressed, to send me an email, and please do not hesitate to do that. We always have quite a bit of, quite a few things to go over every month or every meeting with the support of ADE, but if there's something specific that you would like to see addressed, please be sure and send me an email about that. We already have one guest for our meeting, our first meeting next year, which will be from the State Archives, Library and Archives, to go over the changes that have been made with electronic record keeping. And Jeff presented, I think it was the first meeting last school year, and gave us a lot of really good information. And interestingly enough, he was really funny and we had a good time with it, so it wasn't one of those really dry discussions about about record keeping and that type of thing. So anything else that may come up over the summer that you want to have addressed, please be sure and send me an email. Again, please use the website. We're getting like everybody else. We have so many members. It's hard to get the information out to everybody, and people change. People actually move from one school district to another frequently, and then we wind up with bad email addresses. So all our information is always posted on the website, ascusonline.org. Many of you probably received a couple of emails over the last couple of weeks verifying your email address, because we're trying to clean up the list and make sure that we have an accurate list for everybody. A couple of times a year you'll get we will send out a mass email if something really important occurs or something has changed and we receive documentation or a letter explaining that. For example, this year it was the memo from the superintendent, the state superintendent, that they wanted us to get the free and reduced lunch and a lot of our needs information in earlier to assist the state in their federal reporting. So Susie sent an email to everybody on the list about that so that you would be aware of that information. All of the email has been transferred to info@ascusonline.org. That's who you'll get an email from. And now, in the future, instead of coming from Susie, it's going to come from info@ascusonline.org. If you are not receiving emails, go to the website and re-register. We had, even in my own office, Tina that works for me, she's registered and her email address was there, but she wasn't getting on the mass distribution email list. So if you are not receiving emails, please go register again. And our web gal is working on getting all of that cleaned up so that we have current addresses for everybody. Okay? Any questions about that? Mark should be here any minute. Right, Lisa? For our facility today, for those of you who are new, the restrooms are just down the hall. After the third item on the agenda for the finance group, you'll go to the room right around the corner at the back here on the other side of the boardroom, the Esperanza room. Lunch will be served, as we did last time, across the way, and then the staff will come in here and set up some more tables for people who want to come here and eat. And then Power School can use the other side of that room for their user group meeting afterwards, okay? And then we'll do Infinite Campus and Synergy in this room. Are there schoolmaster people who would like to meet together? There's one or two. Oh, okay. You guys can use the little room right across over here, the Valencia? Right? Is that okay? All right. For lunch today, Rose brought this to our attention, it's Lent. And lunch today is baked ziti, but Alhambra has, Scott went over and spoke to the cafeteria people, and they're going to make a meatless baked ziti and a baked ziti with meat, so that there will be an option for those of you who don't eat meat on Fridays, and then we'll have salad and bread for lunch as well. Mark's going to be here pretty soon. Oh, want to talk about the agenda? Any questions? Yes, in the back. Did you have a question? You were just, oh, okay. So, Mark's going to go over the IT updates. We'll have several people here from the ADE student projects talking about the EdFi information, and hopefully they will be able to give us some more information on the student information, the statewide student information system, and the award of that contract. The group that did the evaluated, well, as many of you were in this room were involved in writing the RFP last summer, and then there was a group of people who spent the better part of 2 months every day at ADE or another facility reviewing that RFP and reviewing demonstrations and grading the various vendors, and then presenting that information to ADE. And they hope to have some more. It's still in the works, so they hope to have some more information on that for us today. We have a couple of people in our group who are retiring today, and I want to recognize them. Nancy Palmer from Phoenix Union and Nancy Eaton from Buckeye. Nancy Palmer and I first started working together when we were implementing SACE, and so we have known each other for 15 years. And for those of you who are, even those of you who are new to doing SACE reporting, Nancy is one of the people that you should thank, because she worked very, very hard with our ASCUS team and ADE in improving, making changes, and Nancy is extremely diligent in making sure that people do what she wants them to do. And we got a lot of good stuff in SACE because of Nancy's efforts. Lily was laughing. Nancy Eaton has also worked on several of our committees over the years in working to improve SACE and sharing information with other school districts. And for me, they've been an asset to the organization and a tremendous asset for me. And I hope you both have an absolutely wonderful retirement, and I can't wait to join you.
This is the end of the Nancy's, as we're known. We were the tripod that were the biggest pain in the ass you ever seen. But so you're gonna have to find a new tripod.
There were times that we would tag team them, huh?
Yes, especially the last user meeting. It was Aaron that we tagged. Where's Aaron? Remember Aaron? All three of us were sitting together.
Yes.
And I will tell you that my job is being posted, so if anybody's interested in coming out to Buckeye.
I have no idea what's going on with my job. I'm hoping that posted. Otherwise, there's no state reporting.
Did you have something back?
Nancy Paradise Valley has a long-time employee retired, Sherry Carnett, who I believe you work with. Sherry's here.
Very good. Congratulations, Jerry. Enjoy your retirement. Anybody else taking the big jump? Nope. Okay, y'all will be here next year, the next meeting, right? All right. Nancy's also on the agenda as our last presentation in the student group today. As you know, SACE Online goes away, or maybe you don't know, SACE Online goes away next year. Many of you, my district included, have always used SACE Online to report our private paid kids. And we will no longer be able to do that. Those students are going to have to, you're going to have to create schools in your student information system and enroll the kids there and report them to SACE through your student information system. Nancy's been doing that for the last several years, and while her vendor is not the same vendor as everybody else, what needs to be done is generic and applies to everybody. So Nancy's going to present to us at the end of this morning an outline of how she set everything up for our school district. Our intent being, this will give you something to think about, a place to start, so that you will know what kinds of things you need to put together in your district and what kinds of questions you may need to ask your vendor so that you can have everything set up over the summer and ready to go when you initially start your SAFE transactions next year. So, Mark's still not here. Any other questions? Visit among yourselves. How does that sound? And when Mark gets here, we'll resume our meetings. Thank you. Okay.